DeMar is in fact going to the Denver Nuggets and Klay is going to the Miami Heat, right? When you look at these two situations, it's not just about adding two veterans. It's about two former All-Stars that are basically saying, I'm not done yet. Kind of like LeBron. DeRozan's 37 years old, trying to get that championship he never got. Klay Thompson, 36, coming off of one of the roughest seasons maybe of his career, playing for the Mavericks, and I guess looking to resurrect his career because I guess ever since he left Golden State, even his last year in Golden State, it just wasn't that good. Let's look at DeMar DeRozan first. He brings over an 18.4 average per game, 4.1 assists, and 2.9 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field usually as of last season, playing with the Kings, Sacramento. It's an interesting fit, playing next to Joker and Jamal Murray. You got two guys that need this, that can score with ease. So yeah, DeMar DeRozan kind of fits in because he doesn't have to take much of an offensive load. Defense is not his strong suit. DeRozan doesn't have to walk into Denver and be that guy. He doesn't have to take 20 shots every night. He doesn't have to create the entire offense. That's the important part. We've seen DeRozan from Chicago to, I'll say, Toronto. Every team he was on, even the Spurs, he has to carry a massive offensive load. And I don't think that he can do that anymore. That's just what I personally think. Jokic in the middle, also able to stretch the offense. Murray being able to do anything. Outside, inside, come around the screens. And you got DeRozan in the mid-range. My only thing is DeRozan can really clog up that paint with his game. But it's a fit that maybe I'm not the type of person to trade for, but it's a fit that's going to probably work for them. Everybody's obsessed with the three-point shooting today in the league. And I feel like when the game slows down in the playoffs, you're going to need a guy like DeRozan, a guy that can fit Joker's facilitating type of offensive style. Now, the problem, like I said, is can Denver make the pieces fit defensively? Adding another offensive player is cool on the offensive end, but without another defensive stopper, what are we going to do as far as having those defensive keys? Now, I might like him even more as the guy who comes in and changes the entire energy for a second unit, not really a starting unit, but I think he can come in off the bench and probably create a lot for that second team, right? Give me the ball is not going to be his thing. He signed for a veteran minimum of 3.9. For a six-time All-Star at that price, I don't even think you really want to do too much on the floor when it comes to the NBA. These guys are all about their money, and they don't want to do too much if they're not going to get paid for it. Now, Klay Thompson, on the other hand, another trade that's very, very interesting, especially being that it's on the East. The East is in trouble this season. That trade right there just put Miami almost neck and neck with Philly. Forget about New York. New York is out there running guaranteed. New York cannot go back. There's no way that New York can go back-to-back. No possible way. Right, so let's go. Klay, here we go. Very interesting. Dallas just bought out the final year of Klay's $17.5 million contract, and now he's headed to Miami. And I'm going to tell you guys, Miami might be the best possible situation for Klay. And I called it before this trade, way back during the season. Like, what if Klay goes to Miami with Giannis? Klay's a guy where he can just catch the ball, he can initiate. He's kind of like a 2.0 version of Chris Middleton, a way better version of Chris Middleton. And if you remember, Chris Middleton got a ring with Giannis. All right, so here we go. Let's stop pretending. Last season in Dallas, Klay averaged 11.7 points per game. Yes, his game has been diminishing year after year. Shot 38.3% from three, which is terrible. And those are not Klay's numbers. But here's what everybody's missing. He doesn't need to be that Klay Thompson anymore. He just needs to be Klay that can hit an open shot sometimes. A guy who can stand in the corner, catch and shoot, even defend one of your first, second, maybe third offensive primary scorers on the other team. Run off a screen, catch and shoot it. Even push the ball if you need him to. Now, I mean, he's a veteran. He knows how to win. He knows different offenses. He's pretty much that advanced in the game. Now, Giannis, that's all he needs. Giannis, think about it. You have one of the most physically dominant players in basketball attacking the paint, downhill. Oh, my goodness. Unstoppable force. I call him the Shaq 2.0. And now you're putting one of the greatest shooters ever on the perimeter. Then you got Bam Adebayo, whose game I don't really understand yet. I still don't even know how he scored 82, 84. All right, so we're not going to talk about Bam. Talk about Klay. Now, it's a different environment than in Dallas, where in Dallas, they didn't really have a guy. Kyrie was injured. AD was injured. And you have a rookie coming in and leading the team. So it's like, it's a weird atmosphere. Everything is gone. Now, the problem with the Klay gamble is they're getting 36-year-old Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? They're getting a Klay that's pretty much, like I said, coming off a season where his role decreased, his scoring dropped, his minutes dropped, and his efficiency wasn't where we're accustomed to seeing it. Can he turn around and be maybe a 18-point-a-game Klay? 11.5 may not cut it, but 18 points from Klay, Bam Adebayo, very streaky player, but maybe possibly 10-10. That's a good start for pretty much a championship team right there. All right, like I said, championship experience for this team will be out the roof. You got Klay, you got Giannis, then you got Eric Spoelstra, and you got Pat Riley orchestrating the whole thing. So in your opinion, let me know down below, who do you think won this trade? Who do you think won this off-season move. Me personally, I like one. I don't like the other one. Comment down below which one you think it is. For both teams, it's going to be very interesting to see how they play off. One in the West, one in the East. And my prediction, I believe that Denver's a more serious team, but I think that Miami is going to gel way better. I think Miami is going to be a problem. I think Miami is going to probably be the 4th or the 5th seed this season. 4th or 5th seed. So once again, guys, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If you got any questions, I'll get back to you in the comment section. Until next time, guys, I'm out.
But hundreds on my dashboard. They wondering why I'm going fast in the fast lane 4. Just don't crash the fast Range Rover. I'm in that fast lane 4. They pulling up on me in the fast lane 4. Now you wondering what I got in factory stores.